Before we get started, a quick public service announcement. Today's video was sponsored by YouGov, which is a market research company we tend to use a lot when we write the news. For people like ourselves, it means being able to track the popularity of certain policies or public figures, but to most viewers watching, it means earning money for just giving your opinion. How it works is you complete polls on topics like politics, brands, or just entertainment you like, and you'll be rewarded with points you can redeem for gift cards for anything your heart might desire. Right now, viewers will earn bonus points for completing their first surveys, and recommending your mates will also get you even closer to cashing out that first Steam gift card. If there's one thing I've learned covering news for this long, it's that you degenerates are never shy to give your opinion, so do yourself a favor and start getting paid for the privilege. The link for the desktop version or mobile app is waiting down in the description. We'd like to thank YouGov for making this video possible, and you can thank us later when you've bought your 6th copy of Titanfall 2. With that over, time for the thumbnail story of the month. Fans of Titanfall might be waiting a while longer to play the still yet unconfirmed Titanfall 3, but that doesn't mean they won't be without a bit of Titanfall in their lives. A leak from an Apex Legends data miner suggests that fan favorite Titanfall character, Cuban Blisk, might be coming as a playable legend in the next major update of the game. Although we can't show the footage, out of fear of being taken down, we can show a supposedly leaked list of abilities, which includes the ability to wall run, and an ultimate that allows the player to call in an auto titan for a limited amount of time. Although this kind of leak is far from confirmed to be coming in the next update, or even at all, data miners have been exceptionally successful at predicting future legends in the past. Legends like Rampart, Crypto, and Loba were all data mined all the way back in 2019, while other legend concepts went on to become general updates, such as the in-game crafting system. Although the loadout of Cuban Blisk is vastly different from what was data mined over 2 years ago, the previous consistent accuracy of these leakers gives cause for typical Titanfall enjoyers to be hopeful. Pokemon fans were treated to the 25 years of Pokemon celebration this month, which saw a handful of new games announced for the franchise. Remakes of the Nintendo DS's Pokemon Diamond and Pearl are due for a Switch remake, titled Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, and will be released in late 2021. Next up was what appeared to be a Breath of the Wild clone, but turned out to be a new game called Pokemon Legends Arceus, which is being made by longtime Pokemon developer, Game Freak. The game is set to be an open world RPG, and the player will be tasked with creating the very first Pokédex in the distant past in the Sinnoh region. Pokemon Legends Arceus is due to arrive in early 2022 for the Nintendo Switch. The last title will see players brush up on their photography skills, as new Pokemon Snap will be releasing on Nintendo Switch as early as April 30th. Gameplay was shown revealing new tools and photo editing features, including an Instagram-like photo sharing platform for users to share and rate photographs from players around the world. Ash Ketchum's mother gets millions of likes, but how about our boys in blue? In a report published by Bloomberg, Nintendo is expected to reveal the Nintendo Switch Pro in the near future. The new model is believed to feature a bigger OLED display, as well as 4K output in dock mode, and perhaps most interestingly, DLSS capabilities. The new OLED panel is said to require less battery to operate, offer better image quality, and possibly faster response times compared to the Switch's current display, and while there's no definite release date announced for the prospective Pro model, many expect it to arrive no earlier than late 2021. The lack of urgency to release the Pro model is most likely due to the Switch still selling incredibly well, recently passing the Nintendo 3DS with over 79 million units sold. Meanwhile, Sony patents a method to turn almost anything into a PS5 controller. Anthem developers are moved on to other projects within BioWare, and arguably the most successful Overwatch player of all time turns out to be a piece of shit. The proud nation of Germany joined the growing list of countries to restrict loot boxes this month, with changes to the government's Youth Protection Act, making any game with such mechanics automatically be classified with an 18+ rating. According to the law, loot boxes align too closely with gambling-like mechanics, which aren't ideal to be exposing to underage players. The law has not been officially passed within the German government. However, with minimal resistance, it could be in full effect within a matter of months. It's the hope that as more countries start to ban the loot box model, publishers will be forced to implement less predatory ways to monetize their games. With this being said, as we've previously broken down in depth with our stupidly detailed battle pass analysis, not all monetization systems are created equally. On the subject of loot boxes and dodgy gambling features, Electronic Arts announced that it would be halting the ability of its development staff from giving themselves FIFA Ultimate Team cards in a situation being called the A-Gate. As shitty as the name implies, considering Electronic Arts usually goes through something similar at least once a year, this incident saw EA employees make thousands on the side by selling rare Ultimate Team cards directly to players. FIFA Ultimate Team is similar to fantasy football or soccer, where cards of footballers are used to generate a fantasy team, which you use to play online matches against teams made by other players. Ultimate Team uses a pack system, which is essentially the exact same as a loot box, with rarer players showing up in the packs less often than average players. Players traditionally have to play the game to earn tokens, which can then be spent on packs. However, these allegations against EA have thrown the community into an uproar. FIFA Ultimate Team generates an absurd amount of money for Electronic Arts, totaling $1.49 billion in 2020 alone. In its official statement, Electronic Arts addressed that this kind of insider trading creates concern about unfair balance in the game and competition, which is fucking hilarious, considering that the entire game mode is designed with pay-to-win predatory monetization at its core. One fan later calculated that in order to build his in-game dream team, it would take an estimated 916 straight days of gameplay, or just short of £80,000. We can only assume that the completion of such a team would give players an excellent sense of pride and accomplishment. At the same time, Terraria overtakes Portal 2 as the most popular game on Steam. The dead game, Rainbow Six Siege, reaches a new record for concurrent player count, and a modder is rewarded $10,000 after figuring out how to cut GTA Online load times by 70%. Microsoft was not fucking around this month when it decided to seemingly buy every second game under the sun. Starting off with its acquisition of ZeniMax Media, the parent company of Bethesda, Microsoft now owns 8 new game studios in the deal, as well as all related Bethesda intellectual property. This includes The Elder Scrolls, Doom, Fallout, Dishonored, Wolfenstein, and Quake, as well as the upcoming new IPs, Deathloop, Ghostwire Tokyo, and Starfield. Xbox boss Phil Spencer confirmed that Xbox, PC, and Gamepass would be the best and possibly only place to play new Bethesda games. However, Spencer also told Bloomberg that exclusivity of Bethesda games would be handled on a case-by-case basis. It will be interesting to see how exclusivity of Bethesda games plays out in the future, as it would technically be possible to have The Elder Scrolls 6 and Starfield, 2 of the most highly anticipated Bethesda games, release only on Xbox and PC. Considering the $7.5 billion deal was almost double what Disney paid for Star Wars, it wouldn't be out of the question to see upcoming Bethesda titles not appear on competing platforms into the future. As much as this is unfortunate to average Sony or Nintendo enjoyers, players who have access to the absolutely bonkers Xbox Game Pass now have access to 20 new Bethesda games at no extra cost, and it is very likely that all new games from the company will be available day one on the service. Spencer and Microsoft seem to have a hands-off approach with the newly acquired studios, pointing to their previous success within the industry. With this being said, fans of Bethesda may now be able to breathe a sigh of relief, knowing that with Microsoft's bottomless pockets to support them, ethical monetization, and a larger focus on quality will likely be a much bigger priority for the company. However, if you thought Microsoft was fucking done, then you obviously don't know how batshit insane they truly are. Other games landing on Game Pass this month also included fan favorites such as Undertale, Nier Automata, Octopath Traveler, Pillars of Eternity 2, Deadfire Ultimate Edition, as well as Outriders, as a day one release on April 1st. But guess what, motherfuckers? Uncle Spencer went to Bill Gates' house over the weekend and found some money down the back of his couch, meaning Xbox Game Pass now includes EA Play, which grants subscription owners access to 60 EA games, including Star Wars Squadrons, Jedi Fallen Order, Mass Effect, Battlefield, Need for Speed, and the Holy Grail itself, Titanfall 2. If this really wasn't enough, the last week of the month saw rumors circulating that Microsoft's next target may be Ubisoft Plus, which is already a fucking crazy deal in itself. If this does indeed go through, this will allow the Game Pass to include every single Ubisoft game released to date, as well as future titles for franchises like Assassin's Creed, Watch Dogs, and The Division, to all release day one on Game Pass. Netflix for gaming is suddenly arriving much sooner than anyone anticipated. But holy fucking shit, an accounting error must have given Microsoft another zero in its budget this month, as Bloomberg sources have reported that Discord may be Microsoft's next acquisition. Reports indicate that Discord has been entertaining potential buyers, and Microsoft is currently in the running with a $10 billion offer. However, no deal is imminent. Representatives for Microsoft and Discord declined to comment, with one person also stating that it is more likely at present for Discord to go public than sell itself. However, these discussions appear to be in the early stages, and news will surely develop over the coming months. As a fun bit of trivia, Discord was actually the first major sponsor this channel ever had, so we like to think they wouldn't have reached their $10 billion valuation without their help. It should also be mentioned that in the wake of these Game Pass additions, Sony isn't sitting idly by and has added a total of 10 free games to its Play at Home initiative. This means that PlayStation owners will be able to add The Witness, Abzu, Subnautica, Enter the Gungeon, Res Infinite, 4 separate VR titles, and the award-winning Horizon Zero Dawn Complete Edition to their libraries for free in the next month. This version of the Play at Home initiative will last until the end of June. At the same time, the CEO of Activision Blizzard rewards himself with a $200 million pay increase after making 190 employees redundant. Fall Guys developer Mediatonic has been officially acquired by Epic Games, and E3 2021 will once again be an online-only event. The long-running online game, Roblox, was listed on the New York Stock Exchange this month and saw its overall valuation hit $48 billion. For those of you like myself who couldn't quite comprehend this amount of money, this makes Roblox valued higher than Take-Two Interactive, Ubisoft, Bethesda, and even fucking Electronic Arts. Roblox is most often compared to its perceived rival, Minecraft. However, that comparison draws mainly from the aesthetic look of the title. Roblox was officially released 5 years before Minecraft and allows for even more creativity than the pixelated block builder. Roblox not only allows the development of worlds, but of entire games, as well as access to the millions of games created by others. Not only can these games be played by anyone, but content creators can even use the embedded purchasing platform to be paid 30% of the revenue for the content they create. Roblox paid out $328 million to content creators in 2020, with some creators earning up to $50,000 a month. Another shocking fact is that Roblox is one of the most accessed games across all platforms, averaging over 32 million daily active users, beating even the likes of Fortnite at 25 million players a day. Many investors view Roblox not only as a game, but as having huge potential in the education sector. Roblox offers users a great way to learn programming and game design, with development courses available for players, parents, and teachers. All of these factors contribute to Roblox now being one of the highest valued entertainment products in the world, and when we look past its simple exterior, it shouldn't come as a surprise that a product supporting creativity and education through a fun and socially vibrant community would quietly find its way to the top. In some more wholesome news, Valheim players now have a group to turn to for assistance when they die in Viking Purgatory. The Body Recovery Squad specializes in joining the games of struggling players in order to help them recover the gear they lost when they last died in game. Valheim, an early access game by Swedish developer Irongate AB, has taken Steam by storm since its release in early February, chalking up over 6 million copies sold as of mid-March, and currently having the 5th most concurrent players of all time, at over 500,000. Valheim has been praised by many in the industry as one of the best survival games to date, featuring the standard survival experience such as crafting and base building, as well as massive procedurally generated worlds, and cooperative gameplay with up to 10 players on one server. Valheim has taken the best elements of many games in the survival genre and thrown it into the ever-interesting, ancient Norse setting to become one of the biggest surprises in gaming over the past few years. The Body Recovery Squad, created quite unsurprisingly by a Canadian, operates through a Discord server where players struggling to recover their lost items can hit an SOS button and be put in touch with an operator to organize the assistance they require. Think of it like roadside assistance for your dead body, except the Valheim Body Recovery Squad is completely free. The Body Recovery Squad even has a training program for interested members, including required readings, in-game training, and recovery squad job shadowing, to ensure that by the time members roll off the training program, they are ready to assist struggling players, no matter the obstacle. With the amount of training and experience required to be a member, we believe it would be an excellent addition to any LinkedIn profile. Viewers should of course be specific when writing the title of Body Recovery Specialist. In terms of new releases, March saw the release of It Takes Two, Balan Wonderworld, Monster Hunter Rise, Apex Legends on Nintendo Switch, and Yakuza Like a Dragon on PS5. April is set for a solid lineup of game launches, including Outriders, Humankind, Returnal on PS5, and new Pokemon Snap on Nintendo Switch.